Hey, what's going on, guys? So, got the corners for the rear deck filler panel and window channel on the Chevelle all done. Um, both sides. Now, I did shoot a little video of putting those in and how I made those corners. Uh, at the time, I couldn't really explain 95% of what I was trying to tell everybody. So, I'll probably take that video, edit out the sound, and do a voiceover of it and just kind of explain what I did to make those corners. It's real simple, real easy. They're in there. They're pretty much ground down. I got just a little bit of fine-tuning left to do with those. And then eventually I'm going to go ahead and weld these seams all the way up. Now, a lot of people talk about doing that, and a lot of people say it's a bad idea. The only reason why it's a bad idea is when these cars were built and they were spot welded together, all the panels were spot welded together, it was to allow flex in the body itself. But on these A-body cars, they run a full frame, and that's also designed to kind of help take out a lot of the flex out of the body. I'm not worried about it because I have a full cage in the car, and I'm going to take the body off the car when I get all the body work done and finish up the gusseting of the cage. And I'm going to box in the whole frame. So pretty much any flex that was going to be in this car is going to be taken out of it between the roll cage, all the extra supports in it, and the frame boxing kit. So I'm not worried about any of this flexing or any of the welds cracking or anything else like that after I do all of that work. Now, I went into town the other day and I made a decision to just go ahead and buy a full sheet of steel and make the firewall smooth panel I need myself. Main reason for that is I can buy a sheet of steel for roughly $50 and some poster board for a couple dollars, and make a template and cut it out myself for under $100 compared to buying the kits that they make for this body style, and this year is roughly $250 after shipping. And that's just, it's great, but at the same time, I don't want to have to spend the extra money when I can do it myself, and it won't take no time at all to do. So that's the plan on that. Another thing I did the other day is I went ahead and smoothed and got all this filler off of here where the quarter skin is. I've still got to go back here and do around down here. We showed you how bad the rust was a little while back. It's pretty bad. You can see that popped out after I got in there. Clean it all the way up down here. There's no rust between here back that I can tell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up all this filler out of here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and completely weld up that seam all the way through the panel. Since it's on there, I really don't see any reason to go ahead and replace it with a full skin. It's just, it's still good metal. The only thing I don't like is, I think, like I explained a while back, I think this quarter before it was ever replaced was hit because the inside of the trunk is dented up as well. And there's a little bit of a wave in here, which might explain why they use so much damn filler over here. I'm going to try and eliminate using any more filler than I have to, and maybe if welding up this seam will kind of help take away some of that wave. We'll see. Now, I ordered a panel that's going to take up roughly this area up and all this area here where it's all rotted out. Now, this is where a lot of people are going to say, what the fuck? I am taking another patch piece and attaching it to the already quarter skin in this car. I think I should be able to mate it up just fine if I go with attaching it directly to the quarter skin. I'm going to try and take out as much overlap while this is off as well. But I just don't see any need to completely replace the whole quarter skin. It looks like everything's fine as far as rust or anything else like that. And today I did something. Finally got started down here on the cow shoulder area. I'm gonna have to rebuild this lip here. It seems like it's pretty good metal still up in there, so I don't think I'll have to replace much more than from here down. This is the other piece. It's kind of Swiss cheese in areas. You can see where it's getting real thin in other areas. So what I went ahead and did, since it's sitting out here, and I don't expect to have it done for a couple more years anyway, came out and took it off of the Project 69 War Angel. Cut it out. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh God, you did what? That's just going to add extra work to doing this. Yeah, that's fine, but you see all this? Yeah, I'm kind of glad I removed that panel area there. Spot welds came out great. I bought this little tool that helps with the spot weld drilling. Unfortunately, they're like $15, so hopefully it lasts a while. But yeah, like I said, guys, I'm glad I took this off because that is a lot of shit that I would not have been able to get out reaching up in the side panel on the inside of the car. And you can see, yeah, there's a lot in here. So, yeah, I wasn't too worried about that. Still good metal. Patch panels over here. Same as the Chevelle. You know, they're all GM A-body cars. Only thing on these cars that was really different was the paneling, as you guys know. So there's that. I'll clean it up, bend a few pieces back in place, clean up the back side with the Tiger Paw, get it down to bare metal, and then I'll spray it with weld-through primer to help protect it. And I'll get up inside that other panel as much as possible and clean it up and do the same thing. So that piece to go in. The other side's not as bad, so I don't need to take that cow shoulder off. I'm probably just going to cut out this little area in here and see how bad it is, because it doesn't look like it got up into spot weld area and the lip or anything like that. It's just up here in this corner, so I should be able to cut that out and weld in a little patch piece for that one. Other than that, and getting the quarter patch panel in and the firewall, that I believe will take care of all the rot in this car, unless I just happen to be taking down some body filler or something somewhere and come across something. But at this point, it does not look like I'm gonna have to deal with much more rot, and that's what we're looking for. The patch panel should be here today, according to the tracking number. It was in the area this morning. So I'm going to assume UPS will deliver it this evening. If they don't, then it will definitely be here tomorrow. You guys hear that? Because I hear that. I think UPS is here. Boom! Got it! Right on, right on, right on. So that'll be coming up soon. Alright guys, got this here lip formed and welded on here. Sprayed up as much as I possibly could up in here with weld-through primer. And did the same thing to the back part of this. Should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and get it welded on here. And alright guys, got that piece all up in here, all welded up. I'll get it all ground down tomorrow and see if there's any little pinholes here or there that's got to be filled. Other than that, that patch panel's done. This lower cow corner slash shoulder, whatever they call it, is finished on this side. So tomorrow it's going to be the next side and then working on that quarter panel. But I'm calling it quits for the night, guys. It's starting to get a little chilly out here, and I've been at it for most of the evening, so good progress made. It's one less thing that I need to get done on body work and whatnot. So as always guys, stay frosty, ride or die. Reaper out.